The power of self-awareness. How you're creating your own villains. Understanding our own creation. Have you ever felt attacked by someone or something, as if the world is turning against you? What if I told you that the person or situation causing you harm might not be an external force, but a product of your own mind? That's right. The very villains you see in your life are manifestations of your thoughts and beliefs. In today's video, let's explore this powerful idea. You are the creator of the enemies you face. The illusion of the victim. It's easy to think of ourselves as victims of circumstances, victims of other people's actions, or even victims of our own past. But what if this sense of victimhood is only a mindset, a belief we've adopted to protect ourselves? The truth is, we tend to create these villains in our minds, not because they are real, but because we allow fear and protection to dictate our reactions. Our desire to protect ourselves from pain, rejection, or failure often leads us to form defensive beliefs. These beliefs shape how we see the world and the people around us. We might believe that someone is out to get us, or that life is unfair. But the truth is, our perception of these threats is often exaggerated or distorted by our inner fears. The role of fear. When we're afraid, we create scenarios in our minds where we need to defend ourselves from imagined threats. This fear-based thinking doesn't just protect us. It often keeps us trapped in a cycle of negativity. We start seeing every criticism as an attack, every challenge as an obstacle, and every difficult situation as proof that the world is against us. But fear is just a lens, a distorted way of viewing the world. It makes us feel that we are constantly in danger, even when we're not. And through this lens, we unknowingly create the very enemies we fear. By believing that we need to defend ourselves, we set the stage for a conflict that might not even exist outside of our minds. Breaking free. The power of letting go. So, how do we break free from this cycle? The first step is simple. Stop protecting yourself from things that are not real. This doesn't mean putting yourself in harm's way, but it does mean releasing the need to constantly defend against imagined threats. When we stop creating enemies in our minds, we stop attracting them into our lives. This is a profound shift in consciousness. Instead of reacting from a place of fear and protection, we can choose to respond from a place of peace and openness. When we stop guarding ourselves, we stop creating the very things we fear. This is the true power of self-awareness, recognizing that our thoughts and beliefs are the very things that create our reality. Self-responsibility, embracing the power to change. Another essential part of this process is taking responsibility for our own feelings and reactions. It's easy to blame others for how we feel, but the truth is, we have the power to choose how we respond. When we stop blaming others and start taking full responsibility for our emotions, we reclaim our power. We stop creating villains in our lives and instead embrace the freedom that comes with self-awareness and self-empowerment. The freedom of acceptance. Accepting that we are the creators of our reality is liberating. It means that we are no longer at the mercy of external forces. We no longer need to fight, defend, or prove anything. The moment we stop creating enemies, we open the door to true peace and inner calm. This doesn't mean that life will suddenly be perfect, or that challenges will disappear. It simply means that we will face these challenges without the burden of unnecessary fear. When we release the need to defend ourselves from imagined threats, we find that the world becomes a much safer, more peaceful place. Conclusion: the path to true freedom. In the end, the greatest enemy we face is often our own fear. The moment we release the need to protect ourselves from imagined threats, we stop creating enemies in our lives. This is the path to true freedom, not by conquering external enemies, but by freeing ourselves from the limitations of our own mind. The moment you stop protecting yourself, you will find that the world around you begins to change. Your reality shifts, and you begin to live in peace with yourself and others. Remember, you are the creator of your own experience. Take responsibility for your thoughts, let go of fear, and embrace the freedom that comes with self-awareness. When you do, you'll find that the villains you once feared no longer have power over you. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe.